I'm here with Sara Wold. Sara and I go back a long time. We've done a lot in women's golf here in Michigan, and Sara is one of the queens of public golf, I would say, and very affectionately at that. Sara, you are a Hall of Fame inductee yourself, and you've been involved in golf for a long time. Tell me a little bit about how you got started with the Michigan women here.
Well, actually, I qualified for the Women's Amateur Public Links and twice, and I didn't do very well, so I thought I'd better do something useful, but I wasn't going to be a champion golfer. And so it was a time for women's public golf to really grow, and so I formed a committee, and I had lots of help, and we went from 13 players in the sectional to 104 in 1 year. And from that, we started the state championship for the Women's Public Links. And from that, I got involved in the USGA on the Women's Amateur Public Links Committee. And then that involved into being a governor of the Golf Association of Michigan, and Golf Digest panelist, and all kinds of good things. And I was also involved in the Futures Tour when it was here for 5 years.
Well, talking about the Futures Tour, we were talking a little bit off camera about that, and the fact that so many of the women who are on today's LPGA Tour were actually Futures players and played here in Michigan.
Yes, they did. Actually, Lorena Ochoa won one of the Futures Tours here. Christina Kim, Juliet Granada, who just won the $1 million last year, and Stacy Premunisud, who's doing really well, and Allison Fausch, who played for Michigan State, was second in last week's championship, LPGA Tour. So we really have a rich history for women's golf in Michigan, and I'm very proud of it, and it's been great, very exciting.
Now, because we are not going through sort of the dramatic changes we did in women's golf 10 years ago, people sometimes think of it with a little more complacency. Is there still a lot of work to do for women in golf?
Well, I think so. If you think about the careers for women in golf, I mean, if you don't make the LPGA, what do? You work, assistant pro for forever. I mean, there's very few women head pros. There's more every year, and and they're coming up. But I'd like to see more careers for women in golf, and that's what I'd like to see happen.
Now, 20-some years in Michigan women's golf, what was your greatest satisfaction?
That's a really tough one, because the whole scene has changed and grown, and I'm not sure what's my greatest. I guess starting the Women's Senior Championship in the GAM, the Michigan Women's Senior Championship, and the match play. That was sort of a fight, but it's well established now. We have some really good senior players, and it's part of the GAM. When I first started, there were no championships for women in the Golf Association of Michigan, and now we have a full range, from the junior girls to the senior women's. And so that's exciting, I think.
And I would have to believe in a way that, that's also a legacy that you have initiated and you're leaving behind. It's almost like this program now has legs, thanks to you.
It does. There's so many women involved, and they all know what to do, how to run a tournament, and it's very, very rewarding. And you and I were involved in the golf summits, and that was very rewarding when we had some really exciting women come in. Help me out here.
Kathy Whitworth. And Elaine Crosby.
Right, and Carol Mann.
Absolutely. It was really a fabulous time, and some big issues, I think, that we were dealing with back then.
Yes, at that time it was, more grassroots.
Yes, absolutely.
Now it's grown, so we've gotten past that stage.
Absolutely. Well, it's always a pleasure to be with you, Sara. One of my favorite women in golf, Sara Wold.
You've done a lot, Susan. You deserve a lot of credit as well.
Thank you. A happy twosome.